boy this episode. Yo, what is up, Crocs and Clown members, Poke fans, and others who have stumbled upon this video? We are here to talk about episode 29 of Pokemon Horizons. Now this one, I got in a little bit of a Twitter beef because of this episode. And the funny thing is that I got into the beef before I even watched the episode, which makes it even worse because then I watched the episode and I came up to the same conclusion I did while I was in my Twitter argument, which is fucking sad. It's very sad and pathetic. But anyways, so this episode is the Pokeball chick thing that we're talking about in the double feature I did, which once again, I do want to apologize for the way my videos has just been delayed after delayed. Okay, the next episode is already out tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, technically speaking. 2 days from now, as of recording this, because I'm going to hopefully get it out today after I'm done recording it, but I might have to wait till tomorrow, which means that the episode will be out the day after, basically tomorrow, as you're seeing the episode. But that's besides the point, okay? I'm sorry I'm slacking, but this episode, it wasn't bad, okay? I figured they were going to go the route where Orio wasn't going to leave, okay? I knew for a fact they were going to pull the trigger on that. Would it have been cool? Yes, because it's a new thing to challenge her. Because I like the backstory that they were giving her. Because before it was like, oh well, Orio's here because Freed basically strong harmed her. Because that's what it felt like when he was like, build a ship, okay. But it turns out that she was already feeling kind of down with her career path, and so this was like a chance for her to like spread her wings. Ironic because she made a fucking flying ship, but that's besides the point. But basically she didn't feel like she was being challenged enough, so this new like task is just a way for her to like improve her skills and like to really get into more difficult tasks that she was doing back when she was just a regular like an architect. She was or engine. I think it was technically an engineer. But it I like the fact that they're giving her this backstory and the fact that it's not like Free like forced her to be on the Brave Asagi, and it was more like, oh, I need a challenge, making a flying ship and having it work. That's like my next goal. But again, in my mind, this would have been an even bigger challenge because now you're in a Pokeball creation factory, and the fact that there's so much maintenance that you need to do and like get this place up to snuff, I think would have been good for her to stay. But I knew for a fact they weren't going to do that because I don't feel like the creators are, at this point, I don't know if it's the same crew that made the original series, right? It might be a new, like, new storyboard people, like new writers and stuff like that. I'm not sure because I don't follow in depth the creation of this version of the anime. So I don't know for sure if it's the same people, but even then, they've never done this before, so I really didn't think they were gonna do it. But I like the interactions with the Pokeball chick. The whole thing with Roy testing out different types of Pokeballs was kind of like whatever, which feels weird because technically speaking, like Roy's my favorite character, and like his side like plot line, which wasn't really a plot line, was so idiotic and made no fucking sense. Like he's just like randomly chucking Pokeballs for what, like, as if he hasn't caught them on already, right? So that was the weird part, is like, oh, I need to practice chucking a Pokeball? What? That irrelevancy. That's all I'm gonna say. I think they're gearing for him to catch a third Mon, because Liko has, technically speaking, 3 because she has Sprigatito, Hatena, and the Terapagos. So they're like, oh, well, Roy needs a third Mon, but I don't know. I'm not vibing it because I don't even feel like Terapagos is considered one of her Pokemon. Unless you're gonna count the fact that she has the heroes, right? Are they considered hers? I don't fucking know. I mean, she has the belt with the ancient Pokeball, so I guess in a sense you could potentially give it that, but it just seems redundant. I don't feel like Roy should be getting a third Mon right now. But aside from that, the Pokeball creator chick, I don't pay attention to her fucking name. She was fine. Like, I didn't have too many problems with her. The fact that she doesn't take care of her shit though, that's kind of like, you're an inventor, like why? And you're talking about like technology with Pokeballs. Like she has every type of Pokeball known to man, even stuff that she creates. Yet she doesn't understand that machines that mass produce this stuff need maintenance. Like I don't like, is she technological or not? I can't fucking tell. And then the reason for the Twitter beef I'm gonna get into now is the fact that the Galarian Weezings attacked Roy and attacked the people at the factory, which is Liko, Orio, and the Pokeball chick, and then like they weren't able to do shit. Like Weezing wasn't able to do much to Metagross, but as we've seen in the past, and the reason why I got into the Twitter beef is they're like, why is Freed always saving these people? Why is Cap always the one that has to rescue everybody? Why can't they do? Well, they're not fucking, like, they suck as battles. I've been saying this for a really long time in a lot of my episode reviews. I've been saying this consistently. All these guys suck ass except for Freed, Cap, and Charizard. Every other fucking character in this goddamn ship sucks ass at battling, so it makes sense because it's not like they're showing them practicing or training or doing any fucking battling techniques or strategizing or none of that shit. It's literally just Freed. Freed is the only one that's been shown competent from the get-go. None of these other fucking characters have shown any manner of skills in battle. None of them. Not a single one. So the fact that people were out, like, I get the outrage, okay? I understand it's redundant to constantly see Freed doing everything. But for fuck's sakes, it's not like they're really pushing everybody else to be a competent battler. You have 3 fucking children who are brand new trainers, and they're not even getting the time to train, which makes me be like, okay, well, they can't do anything because they fucking suck, because they don't train, which means they're still rookies, and everybody else in this godforsaken ship basically has lost every battle they've been in. So, like, why? I don't understand. I don't understand why people still expect them to do anything. I don't understand why they expect any character aside from Freed to actually accomplish a victory in a battle. I just don't understand. It makes no sense why people still have this hope, this inclination. I don't want to say that I don't think it's bad writing for the fact that they're not training these people out, that they're not really giving them the time to flesh out as trainers and actually get the experience to be able to handle a battle. I'm on their side when it comes to that. But until we see any progress, okay, it's going to be Freed all the way. I still don't trust this man. I still don't like him as a bodyguard. But he's the only one that can handle the business. Anytime anything happens where a battle is imminent, I'm just going to expect that Freed is the one who's going to handle it. I'm sorry. It's the way people should be seeing it until we actually see the writers giving these characters the time and the dedication to actually train. Because at this point in the game, they all fucking suck. That's all I'm going to say. But aside from that, everything else was just whatever. Freed is, like I said, Freed is intelligent. He knows how to handle business. So he was able to save everybody. And everybody went back to the ship. And then Oreo is now, the only gag that really bars mentioning is the fact that basically everybody needs Oreo. Oreo has to constantly be fixing everything on the ship. So it's like, that's one of the reasons why I think Liko thought she was going to leave, because she's so stressed out because she has to help you, has to help him, and basically helping everybody on the ship. And then like, oh, well, here's a chance for her to get away from all that, but Oreo is not like that, and I knew they weren't going to do that. And then they just redid the gag at the end of the episode, which is like, oh, I need you to fix this, oh, I need you to fix that, oh, I know this is happening, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, yeah, I got it, I'll go fix everything right now for everybody. But overall, like, the episode, like I said, it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. It was kind of like on the mess side. Like, I like the backstory for Orio. I think that's the thing that elevates this episode, is the fact that they gave us a reason why she's here. I want that to happen for all the other characters. Like we get Molly's escaping her fucking livelihood of being a fucking nurse and a doctor, so that's why she's here. And then now learning that Orio's here because she's trying to challenge herself, but we still don't really understand why the fuck Murdoch is here. And then Grandpa is just basically, he was forced to be along for other eyes because basically his fucking boat. And then Dot is here because of Murdoch's, because I don't know, whatever. But that's basically it for this episode review. For a rating, like I said, it's technically like just a whatever episode, but the Oreo backstory stuff, which is still not a lot, don't get me wrong, like there's definitely more that they could do. Like I still want to understand how the fuck these two knew each other, because like from the way it sounds like, oh, this wasn't the first time they met each other, right? They've known each other before, so I kind of want to get that kind of backstory, like how they actually met and why she thought it was a good idea to even help this man. But I'm assuming. I doubt they're ever gonna show it truly, but hopefully in the future we'll get some of that. So I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Because like the Oreo stuff really elevates this episode. If it wasn't for that, if they had been like kind of like a mediocre or they didn't even address that shit, this episode would have been a little bit lower. But it's not because it's bad. It's just there's not a lot to it, you know. But that's gonna be it for this episode review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been SoresanCrockxen, and leave your thoughts, comments in the comment section below. Link in the description for you guys can watch the episode. And as a side note, if you guys are interested in joining a Pokemon Draft League with yours truly, there will be a link in the description. The Discord is always there, but there's a link in the end of the video to take you guys to the announcement. We're trying to get people to join and be a part of the battling mechanics and all that stuff from Gen 9. We are waiting for the second DLC Pokemons to be incorporated into Showdown, and then we will officially start the season. So if you guys are interested, please join Discord, get your roles, and then get ready for draft battles like I used to have back in the day. Without further ado, that's going to be it. I'm SoresanCrockxen once again, and I'll see you guys in future videos.